There's a myth about cities. It's a story we tell ourselves. It says that when the clock strikes 12, the magic fades, the carriages turn back into pumpkins, the streets empty out, the energy of the day, the pulse of the people, it all just stops. We believe that the real life of a place happens under the sun. We think that night is just a quiet, pale reflection of the day. But some places, they don't follow those rules. They have their own rhythm, their own clock. Havana is one of those places. Its story doesn't end at midnight. It's often just getting started. I've walked many streets in many cities after the world has supposedly gone to bed. I've seen the quiet desolation of Paris at 3 in the morning, the lonely hum of a street cleaner in Tokyo. There's a certain peace to it, a solitude. But Havana is different. It's a city that seems to hoard its energy all day long, saving it for the darkness. It soaks up the Caribbean sun, the humidity, the history, and waits. It waits for the air to cool. It waits for the tourists to retreat to their hotels. It waits for the moment when the city can finally be itself, for itself. Tonight, we're going to test that myth. We're not just staying up late. We're diving into the heart of the Havana night, long after the conventional bedtime. We're heading out at 2 in the morning. This isn't about finding the last open bar or a late-night snack. This is about seeing a city transform. It's about witnessing the moment when the public face of Havana peels away, revealing something more raw, more real, and infinitely more interesting underneath. We're going to walk the streets and see what life is really like when most of the world is asleep and dreaming. The question is, what do you find on the streets of Havana at 2 in the morning? Is it a ghost town, haunted by the faded glory of its past? Or is it something else entirely? Is it a celebration? A secret world that only comes alive under the faint glow of the streetlights? We're here to find out. We're going to walk into the humid, music-filled air of the city's nightlife district. We're armed with a camera, a healthy dose of curiosity, and no set plan. This is Havana, unfiltered and unscripted, in the deepest hours of the night. Most cities begin to wind down as the clock ticks past midnight. The energy starts to fray at the edges. The crowds thin. The music gets a little tired. But here, 2 in the morning feels like an ignition point. It's as if a switch has been flipped. The city sheds its daytime skin, reserved for postcards and guided tours. It becomes something else. The air itself feels different. Salt water, cigar smoke, cheap rum. It's an intoxicating perfume of the deep, dark Caribbean night. This is where the real Havana wakes up. Feel the change under your feet. The quiet, almost sleepy streets of the afternoon are now vibrating with a low, persistent hum. It's the bass line from a hidden club, bleeding out from behind a closed door. It's the sound of laughter, sharp and sudden, echoing down a narrow alleyway. It's the chatter of people spilling out from bars, not to go home, but to find the next stop on their nocturnal journey. This isn't the end of the night. It feels more like the beginning of the main event, a citywide party that you weren't officially invited to. The city becomes a stage for its people. The streets, once arteries for traffic and commerce, are now social spaces. Living room, bar, dance floor. People don't just pass through them, they occupy them. They gather on stoops, lean against the hoods of beautifully decaying cars, and turn street corners into impromptu social clubs. And that's what we're here to see. What does this transformation look like up close? Who are the people who own the night in Havana? We're about to walk straight into the heart of it. We're heading for the nightlife district, where the energy is most concentrated, where the pulse of the city beats the loudest. Let's go. We turn a corner, and the change is immediate. It's like stepping through a portal into another dimension. Here, the air is electric, a humming, buzzing energy you can almost taste. The darkness is pushed back by a chaotic symphony of lights. They promise cold beer, live music, a good time. This is a full frontal assault on the senses, absolutely intoxicating. The first thing that hits you is the sound. 100 different sounds layered on top of each other. A wave of competing rhythms washes over you. Salsa band, syncopated, fast, and furious. Reggaeton bass line, deep, thumping, making the ground vibrate. Loud arguments, bursts of joyous laughter, the murmur of countless conversations, a beautiful, chaotic mess, alive and kicking. Your eyes start to adjust. You see details within the chaos. You see the people everywhere. They are the fabric of the street. The street isn't a path, it's the destination. A sprawling, open-air theater under cheap neon. No sense of urgency. No one is rushing. We've only taken a few steps into this district, and it's already clear. This isn't just a place to go out. For many, this is where they come to live. As we push deeper, the street seems to narrow. Not because the buildings are closer together, but because the people are claiming more of the space. The sidewalks are overflowing. The crowds spill out onto the road. You have to weave your way through the throng, becoming part of the current, part of this human river. The energy here is fueled by simple things. It's not about expensive cocktails or velvet ropes. It's about community and connection. You see it in the small interactions everywhere you look. This is a world built on face-to-face moments, a stark contrast to the digital isolation found in so many other cities. The style is incredible. It's a masterclass in making a statement with confidence. It's not about designer labels, but about personal flair. Young women wear dresses that seem to shimmer under the streetlights, their hair and makeup impeccable even in the sweltering humidity. The men carry themselves with a certain kind of cool and unbothered swagger. Everyone seems to have put in the effort, not for anyone else, but for themselves. It's a form of self-expression, a way of saying, I am here, see me. We pause for a moment, just to take it all in. We lean against a wall, becoming part of the scenery. From this vantage point, you can really feel the pulse of the place. It beats in the rhythm of the music, in the cadence of the conversations, in the footsteps of the people walking by. This isn't just a collection of bars and clubs. It's a living, breathing organism. It's the heart of Havana after dark, pumping life and energy through the veins of the city. And we are right in the middle of it. The night is still young. One of the most striking things about this scene is the sheer number of women out on the streets. And not just in groups, but everywhere. The streets at 2 a.m. seem to belong to them. They walk with an air of ownership, a confidence that's captivating and revealing about the city's social dynamics after dark. You start to wonder why. Part of it feels economic. The night offers opportunities, connections. But it's more than that. There is a palpable sense of freedom in the air. The night is a release. To be seen, to see, to connect on your own terms. It's also about community. Tight-knit groups of friends, sisters, cousins, moving through the crowds together. They are each other's support system, solidarity, and shared experience. That bond creates safety and empowerment. They navigate with boldness, a sisterhood of the night. This presence shapes the district's allure, their style, their laughter, their unapologetic confidence. That energy makes the atmosphere electric. They are co-creators of the nightlife, defining its character, pulling everyone into their orbit. Let's talk more about the style. In a place where material resources can be limited, creativity and self-assurance become the ultimate currency. Every outfit tells a story of pride, effort, and a deep understanding of personal flair. You see vibrant colors that pop against the dimly lit streets, electric blues, fiery reds, sun-kissed yellows. Fabrics are chosen to catch the light and the eye. Hair is immaculately styled. Makeup is flawlessly applied. A shield and a signal in the humid night. This is armor. This is artistry. The night, however, is for living. It is the time to express the part of yourself that is often hidden under the glare of the sun. And it's this confidence that is the most essential accessory of all. The clothes are just the canvas. The swagger is the masterpiece. The way they walk, the way they hold their heads high, the directness of their gaze, it's captivating. As you watch the interactions, you realize the presence of so many women defines the night's social rules. It fosters a balanced energy. Less about confrontation, more about connection. A glance, a smile, an offered dance. The motivations are varied. For some, it's purely social. For others, there's romantic opportunity. Or transactional opportunity. The lines can be blurry, woven into a complex economic reality. This creates a fascinating, complex social ecosystem. The visible confidence and independence of the women make it feel more alive, more unpredictable, infinitely more interesting. They are the heart of this nocturnal world. If you close your eyes for a moment and just listen, the city speaks to you. It tells its story not in words, but in a rich, layered symphony of sound. The most dominant voice is, of course, the music. It's a beautiful, chaotic battle of the bands playing out across the entire district. The fiery, complex rhythms of a live salsa band crash into the deep, synthetic pulse of reggaeton from a club across the street. But the music is just the foundation. On top of it, you hear the human element. Laughter is the most common percussion. Then there's the conversation. These are the small, intimate sounds that fill the gaps. Now, open your eyes. The scenes unfolding before you are just as powerful as the sounds. The darkness doesn't hide the city. It transforms it. A single bare bulb above a doorway carves a perfect circle of light. The decay of the city becomes beautiful in this light. The textures of the city are all thrown into sharp relief. The people themselves are a key part of the visual feast. The way they interact, it's a constant, unchoreographed ballet. Nothing here is static. The entire district is in a state of constant fluid motion. It's a human river, flowing in multiple directions at once. A car passes with its windows down, music blasting a reggaeton track. The sidewalk erupts into a spontaneous party. Hips sway, shoulders move. For a minute, the entire street is united by a single beat. Classic American cars cruise through the packed streets. They glide like magnificent aging sharks among smaller fish. Cars are mobile social hubs, carrying pockets of energy. This city is in motion, and it dares you to keep up. As we continue our walk, we notice something odd. A simple, unmarked wooden door. It's closed. Just the faint, muffled sound of a different kind of music trickling from underneath it. We push the door open, and it feels like we've stepped back in time. The chaotic energy of the street evaporates instantly. The air is thick with cigar smoke. The walls are lined with old, framed photographs of musicians. On the stage, a single man sits on a wooden stool. He cradles an old, battered guitar, and as he plays, his eyes are closed. He sings a song of lost love and nostalgia, his voice raspy but incredibly powerful. Here, just feet away from the modern, thumping heart of Havana's nightlife, is a sanctuary of soul. This feels like a ritual, a private gathering for those who need to remember. We slip back out onto the street. We decide to find a vantage point. We take a chance and begin to climb the worn concrete steps. After several flights, the stairwell opens onto the flat roof of the building, and we are not alone. He turns as we approach, not with surprise, but with a calm, welcoming nod. From up here, the chaos of the street transforms into a beautiful, twinkling web of light and sound. He calls the street below the river of life. He explains that everything you need to know about people is down there. He says the night strips people of their masks. The heat, the rum, the music make them honest. This chance meeting with a rooftop philosopher is a perfect, unexpected gift. It's a moment of quiet reflection in the middle of a sensory storm, a conversation that adds a layer of depth and poetry to the beautiful chaos unfolding below us. So, what is the true spirit of Havana at night? I think it comes down to something very simple. Connection. Real, unfiltered, human-to-human connection. The streets become a grand open-air living room. No velvet ropes separating people. Everyone is on the same level, sharing the experience. This emphasis on connection creates an incredibly welcoming atmosphere. As an outsider, you are invited to participate. There's a pride and an openness that is disarming. There is also an undeniable spirit of freedom that defines the Havana night. The night becomes a canvas for self-expression, a space where you can be a little louder, a little bolder, a little more yourself. It's a testament to the human ability to find joy, beauty, and connection in the face of hardship. It's a city that refuses to be defined by its limitations. As the first hints of dawn begin to soften the edges of the Havana sky, the vibrant energy of the night doesn't just vanish, it simply transforms. Our 2 a.m. walk was a deep dive into the soul of a city. We saw a place where the streets are not just pathways, but stages for life, connection, and unbridled self-expression. The memory of the Havana night is a powerful one. It's the echo of 1,000 conversations, the phantom beat of a salsa rhythm you can still feel in your chest, and the visual of a community claiming the darkness as their own sacred space for freedom and joy. This journey through Havana's incredible nightlife is just one of many stories we want to share with you. And our mission is to bring them to you, unfiltered and unscripted. If you were captivated by the energy of these streets, if you felt the pulse of the music and the warmth of the people, then there is so much more to explore together. Don't miss out on the next adventure. Please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on notifications, and join our community of curious travelers. Your support allows us to keep searching for these authentic moments, and we can't wait to show you where we're going next.